day-to-day point of view, it's the workers that are in charge, and things are organized from the bottom up. So it's the workers that know what needs to be done.
What's less clear is how they agree on what to do. Dr. Nigel Franks wants to know how ants make decisions. He's enlisted some tiny lab partners that he calls rock ants. Each one of Nigel's ants has a chip on her shoulder.
Well, the chips are fantastic. I mean, they're absolutely tiny, so we can glue them on the back of an ant that's 2 millimeters long. And what the chips enable us to do is to get each individual ant to identify itself to us.
By identifying individuals, Nigel can tell who collects information, how they communicate it, and how a consensus is reached. At the moment, they're living happily in their nest of cardboard and glass. The test? When that nest is destroyed, how do they decide where to move?
So here is the old nest, which I've destroyed by taking off the top microscope slide. And they're pretty annoyed about that and pretty angry with me. And so they've got nowhere to live currently, and they're going to have to find a new nest site to live in. And we've offered them, at the other end of the arena, a poor quality site over here, and a really beautiful, high quality nest site over there.
The ants begin inspecting their two options. Every time an individual enters or exits the potential nest, a laser beam records its passing. This ant has discovered the good quality nest site. So she returns to the old nest and reports her findings. There's a brush of antennae. Her body emits a pheromone, a chemical signal. Her sister ant receives the message. Come and see.
They do a very special form of recruitment called tandem running. And that's where one ant literally leads just a single other nestmate. And what we've been able to show is that tandem running qualifies as teaching. And what pleases me is that it was the first case that one could demonstrate teaching in any other animal than ourselves. So the ants are incredibly special.
As for the ants that found the less desirable nest, their reports are less enthusiastic. They solicit fewer tandem runners. Dr. Franks suspects that each ant has a basic concept of what makes a good home. So more ants get recruited to the good nest, enough to convince the colony as a whole. Within an hour or so, the entire colony has moved.
And let me put this in very anthropocentric terms, that they'll think, well, it isn't just me who thinks this nest site is good, all of my friends think it's good too. So by using not just their own individual opinions, if you will, but the opinions of lots of their nestmates, they can form very accurate decisions.
Nigel's experiments prove there's nothing automatic or authoritarian about ant decision-making.
It's like them voting with their feet. They've chosen a nest site by occupying it and influencing their friends.